If you point a gun at one of my deputies, you just guaranteed yourself a trip to the morgue.
A chase turns into a deadly shootout on the 528. The sheriff says it all started when his deputies were trying to get Richard Ruiz to leave an apartment complex, a place he wasn't allowed because of a domestic violence court order.
Ruiz has a very violent past. In fact, 3 times in a 2-week period, he had a domestic violence, a violation of the conditions of the domestic violence order, and then another domestic violence and battery.
The sheriff says Ruiz wouldn't follow commands and had a history of running away from deputies.
Ruiz was there. He was in a pickup truck. He had a loaded handgun with him, and our team gave him multiple commands to comply. He refused.
That's when the chase started. The sheriff says Ruiz went west on 520, then got on I-95 before exiting to 528. Then the sheriff says he got back on I-95, drove south, turned around, and drove the wrong way on the interstate before he got back on the 528.
Our team made the absolute right decision to conduct a pit maneuver and take him out of action. They did it textbook, and the vehicle that he was driving flipped up on its side.
He was taken down on 528, and when deputies got close to him, the sheriff says Ruiz fired at them.
We had begged him to come out of the vehicle. He made a decision. He made a decision to pick a fight with the wrong people.
The suspect died in the truck, and the sheriff says his deputies did what they needed to.
These men and women deserve the right to go home to their families, and we're not going to let a violent thug stop them from going home to their families. We're just not.
And as of now, 9 deputies are on paid administrative leave while the crime scene team completes their investigation. Now, you should also know the sheriff's office doesn't always decide to pursue suspects like we saw in this case. The sheriff says it was because of the violent nature the suspect had demonstrated in the past, and in this current situation that they made the call to pursue. And Sheriff Wayne Ivey says he defends that 100%. We're live on Merritt Island. Esther Bauer, Fox 35 News.